Today we've definitely got something a bit different. I'm calling this one the Beast from Birmingham because this was given to me by a guy called Alan who lives in Birmingham. I was on holiday in Italy the other week and he sent me an email saying, do I want some locks? So I drove down to Birmingham and met him. Lovely guy. He gave me a few locks, gave me a couple of lock manuals, but this is the one we're going to look at today. It weighs nearly 2.5 kilos. Like I say, this one is a beauty. Look at the size of the bolts on it. So I'm just going to show you it working. Now I've had a play about with it and I've managed to pick the top lock. So that's all we're going to do today. It will take me a while to get it open. So we're going to ignore the bottom one. But the bottom one does work. And I'll have a go at picking that on a future video. Now these screws here, I don't know whether these are original to the lock. But these screws stop you from turning the key right round to pull the key out. So it's now key retaining. You obviously need to lock it back up to get the key out. But if you remove these, you can get the keys out. I'll just show you the bottom one working. I'll just show you something I've done with a key. Bottom one works fine, but like I say, we're not going to pick this one today. Now this key, when it came to me, was welded and the other key was broken. Now if you've got a broken key and you've not got any way of welding it, do what I've just done with this one. Drill a hole in it, put a key ring in it. It'll still work. It's just a bit tricky to get it out because you've got to line it up. Because obviously it's not in line, but yeah, it works fine. So if you've got a broken key, stick a key ring in it. Right, we're not going to mess about. We're just going to say a big thank you to Alan and we're going to stick her in the vice because obviously at 2.5 kilos, I'm not picking that in my hand. And we're going to have a go at picking this top lock open. It's all clamped up in the vice, so let's get the top part of this lock open. I'll just show it working one more time. And these are the tools I'm going to use, homemade tools. I'm going to use an homemade tension tool and 2 pick wires. I'm going to start off with that one. And then there's obviously a longer upright on that one, so we're going to use that one at the end to actually pick the last few levers. Just strain it up a little bit. Right, let's get into it. Like I say, it's no easy pick, this one. Right, just put that one pick down for now. I don't need that. We're going to start off with this one. So yeah, quite heavy tension, but you've just got to be careful when you're picking it. If you do go into those false gates, it does take a while to get out of them. You've got to bounce out of them, but I'll show you that as I'm going along. Like I say, I have picked it, so I know I need to work on levers levers 3 and 5 to start with. Now, they're both tapping, so they're both set. So I'm going to go back to the front now. I'm going to work on the other levers. Like I say, you have to do quite a bit of bouncing, and it is so easy to lose the ones you've already set. So I'm constantly going back to the levers 3 and 5. Make sure they're set. And like all lever locks, it's just a case of going up and down the pack and resetting levers you've already picked, but they do drop. Notice how I have to angle that wire at the front, and that's because the front lever there's a warding which just hinders you a little bit. So you need to make sure you angle the wire to get past that warding. Again, I'm just bouncing on these levers. Constantly checking back on the other levers because they do drop. Now they are all slowly going up in the air. So I'm just going to continue picking. Then in a bit, I'm actually going to go into the lock with that other wire. Just drop the tension off then because I overlifted some. So once all the levers are where I want them to be, I'm going to go in with that other wire and we should get it open. Constantly dropping levers there. But they will eventually all set. Just bouncing on that first lever now. Right, most of the levers are up in the air now. I'm just going to check everything. Then we'll get that other wire and we should get it open. Hear the tapping? I think I'm ready for the other wire now. So put that one down. Let's go in with the other wire. And let's see if we can get the Beast from Birmingham open. I'm just cranking the tension up a little bit more now. Believe it or not, it takes quite a bit of effort to throw the bolt on this. We can't be far off. Everything's starting to tap now, which means they're in true gates. Angle the wire again for that front lever. Yep, back to the front. And we get it. See, I did say that is one hell of a lock to pick. Obviously it doesn't throw the bolt fully, so we'll go in and just throw the bolt with the wire. We can get onto that bolt, we should be able to, it's big enough, but I've probably gone right through out the other side of the lock, which I have done. Let's just come back in a bit and flick the bolt across. So yeah, I'm going to get that back on the bench now and we'll have a look what's inside it. So this is the beast inside. I've took the cover off it. I'll just show you that first. Those are the screws which make it key retaining. That's the warding on inside of the keyway. So when you're picking it, you've just got to angle your pick wire to get that first lever up. And this is it inside. I mean, look at that. Some brass work in there, isn't there? So I'm not going to mess about with this one because I haven't picked that yet. So I don't even want to take the levers out of that. We're going to have a look at these levers. The size of them. Obviously no false gates in that one. And you can see there's little grooves in them. So there is little false gates in them. And that's why when you're picking them, you've really got to mess about bouncing on them levers to get out of those little false gates. And again, there's one there, the bottom. One on the top there. And none on number 5. And that's the bolt. See, obviously the stump in the bolt has got a little groove in the middle of it, so each side of the stump can get caught in them little anti-pick notches. Ain't that a beast, eh? So I'm going to put it back together and I'm going to have a play about with it, and I'm going to see if I can pick this bottom one, and at a future video hopefully we'll have a go at picking the bottom lock. That's it for now, and again a big thank you to Alan from Birmingham for sending me this beast, the beast from Birmingham. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you again next time. Try a bit.